What's going on, y'all? My name's Frito, bro, aka Frito Too Real. We back. We got a lot we need to talk about, man. We got some catching up to do. I know I haven't put out a video in a long ass time. Oh, first things first, I want to say thank you for 3,000 subscribers. Greatly appreciate it. It means so much to me. We're gonna get right into it. If y'all haven't heard already, Jcole finally replied to Like That. If y'all haven't heard either of those songs, Metro Boomin and Future dropped a collab album on March 29th. We Don't Trust You. And on the song Like That, there is a surprise Kendrick Lamar feature. I'm really like that. Now, from my perspective, when that song dropped, I didn't record my reaction or anything like that because I've been slacking. Kendrick Lamar started rapping, started dissing. Not only was it a surprise feature on that album, he started dissing Drake and Jcole publicly. And like, everybody can understand it now. So why I say it's just now coming public is because on first person shooter, I look at it as like a I'm looking at it as like a graph almost. And like the plateau right now. And then first person shooter came out, things got a little tense. It went over a lot of our heads, but for the real hip hop gurus, not me, it went over my head too. For the real hip hop gurus, people understood that, but Muhammad Ali, but I feel like Muhammad Ali part was the diss. And then you got him saying him and Drake are the Spider-Man meme, knowing that there was 3 Spider-Men. He didn't include Kendrick in that line, so that could be taken as another diss. They're arguing that as another diss. I have animals barging in now. Person shooter, he was dissing. It went over my head originally, but then Like That came out, as we was just talking about, with the surprise Kendrick Lamar feature, and he was dissing. We knew he was dissing Drake and Jcole, but at first we didn't know it. I didn't know it was. I shouldn't say we. I didn't know it was a reply. You tried to cute but crazy doggy. At first, I didn't really know he was replying to Jcole and Drake. People like the people on the Joe Budden podcast pointed that out, and I'm like, okay. And then recently, we just got, like a couple days ago, I think actually, we just got the Might Delete Later album. It's got 12 songs on it. I don't know if it's an album or EP or a mixtape or whatever he's calling it. On there is the reply to Kendrick. On the song called 7 Minute Drill, it's not 7 minutes long. I know, tragic. On the song called 7 Minute Drill is when he replied. It wasn't really... He was replying because it was towards Kendrick, but it got kind of debunked right away because, like, the one line I'm mainly talking about is the one that everybody's kind of... Yeah, where Jcole tried to, like, critique his albums. This is the line.
Your first shit was classic. Your last shit was tragic. Your second shit put niggas to sleep, but they gassed it. Your third shit was massive, and that was your prime.
And... like, where people get thrown off immediately, and especially me, is you cannot call To Pimp a Butterfly boring. To me, if Joe Biden wasn't president and Kanye West actually made it, I feel like that would be like a law. He basically said every other album but Damn was trash. And no. I mean, no. I'm sorry. Like, here's why I hate this, but I love this. I hate this because I like all 3 of them, and I listen to all 3 of their music very frequently, and I think J. Cole makes good music, I think Drake makes good music, I think Kendrick makes good music, I think they're all in different lanes, but J. Cole doesn't have as good of a discography as Kendrick does, and to be honest, neither does Drake. But the other line now is 4 albums in 12 years I can divide, where he was mimicking Jay-Z, or just got inspired by Jay-Z or whatever we're saying. I'll pull it up if I can find it.
4 albums in 12 years, nigga, I can divide.
In this 10, I've been in it 5. Smart enough, nah. 4 albums in 10 years, nigga, I could divide.
Both of them have dropped 6 albums since 2011. So, I mean, unless you're NBA YoungBoy and you're saying, oh, you don't drop as much as me, then yeah, we can understand. Yeah, this guy drops 30 albums a year. Of course, Kendrick doesn't drop that much because he's focused on quality, not quantity. This guy's focused on quantity. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a diss towards YB, because I fuck with YB heavy. The other reason why J. Cole can't say that is because he's not focused on... He's not focused on as quality music as Kendrick is. To me, I think J. Cole's more focused on bars, which is dope. Like, that's awesome. You don't get, like he said in the song, I got here off of bars, not no controversy.
Why I got here off of bars, not no controversy.
Why Kendrick is still winning. A lot of J. Cole fans don't want to say it, But this is coming from a pretty big J. Cole fan too, because I'm a big fan of all three of them. Kendrick is still winning for a couple of reasons. We all know Kendrick is focused on quality, so his was more of a planned attack. This was on an album that has a lot of hype behind it. It's heavily advertised by two people with huge followings, being Metro Boomin and Future. So it's like it's building up crazy hype. People want this. Future hasn't dropped in years. How long has it been since what's it called? At least 2 years, right? So we needed this. They're advertising it well. They're advertising it on everywhere. So it already has a lot of hype behind it. When the Kendrick feature happened, he just started talking. As soon as he said those first lines.
These niggas talking out of their necks.
I know everybody listening to that song, their first reaction was, "Oh shit, jaw dropping." You know what I'm saying? And then you re-listen to it and you realize that he's dissing. Off of first listen, we all knew this was gonna do some damage. So it's got 50 million streams in the first day. That's a crazy stat. What? It's number 2 for the biggest rap debut song ever. Went number 1 in 80 countries in 24 hours in a day. And it's just like every song is on the Billboard Hot 100 off of We Don't Trust You. Because it was planned. This was strategic. They knew there was bangers on that album, and they knew there was snippets they've been leaking for years. Songs like Cinderella that people have been begging for. And of course, this album is winning. Of course, Kendrick is winning. Because although yes, it got like 29 million streams first day, it's not gonna do all these records. It's not gonna do all these sales. It got gold, and We Don't Trust You got gold in the first week. I'm pretty sure gold is 500,000 units sold, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me in the comments if I am wrong. And they're dropping. So although J. Cole has replied, Kendrick has another opportunity on this next album to reply again before Drake has even said something. But now let's take it a little back and discuss why this beef isn't just random. To make a long story short, they've really just been creatively trading shots, saying, "No, I'm better. No, I'm better. No, I'm the best of these three. No, I'm the best of these three." Right. The first moment that people went to was the Control verse from Kendrick. Control. If you haven't heard that, just go listen to it. Now, why Future involved is I believe Drake and Future are beefing over a female. This is the supposed female that done it, I guess. I think her name is Diana. Dirty Diana. Dirty Diana broke up the goats. The story is better told in the lyrics than how I could tell it. On the song We Don't Trust You, he's really talking about it.
We don't trust you. You a nigga #1 fan, dog. Sneak dissing, I don't understand, dog. Pillow talking, acting like a fed, dog. I don't need another fake friend, dog. Can't be about a hoe cause I'm sharing, dog. And your feelings, nigga, while you paying, dog. Give her back shots while she laying down.
What I have questions about while we're on this topic of beef, why is Rick Ross on Metro Boomin and Future and Kendrick's side? He and Drake have a lot of songs together, and a lot of Rick Ross's big songs are with Drake. Let's get into why Drake should have been involved in the initial reply. At least from what I've gathered, more shots have been taken at Drake than J. Cole. Kendrick has just said over the years, like they've just been trading like shots over the years. No, I'm better. No, I'm better. But nobody's really said anything out of pocket about J. Cole. So, I mean, he was on tour with Drake. Like, what? Now knowing the first person shooter was him low-key dissing, is that what he meant? Or was that what just we gathered, what we've interpreted? But why Drake should have been involved is because, yeah, most of the shots were taken at Drake. And J. Cole is still kind of in the, like, I don't want to do it, but if I got to do it, I'm going to do it hella good kind of mode. And it's not really the time to be doing that. Right now is the time to be like, all right, bet. Like, you want to see if I got bars, like, I'm going to spit then. Because, like, although Metro and Future were building up hella hype for their album, in the background, J. Cole was kind of advertising the Might Delete Later album by dropping these Might Delete Later, like, vlogs on Instagram and YouTube and shit. He had an alt account that was called Might Delete Later 26. I can pull a screenshot of it up. And he dropped a few, actually just a couple, like 10, 11-minute videos. And in those videos is just like different artists and everything that he was clicking with, but he also previewed some music, and we ended up getting some of those songs, a couple of those songs on the album. So like he's low-key advertising. Why Drake should have been involved in the initial replies, because J. Cole's reply is weak, to say the least. He was too soft, he was too nice. Even academics and Joe Budden, two people I don't really agree with very often, agree with me.
Already let it be known that him and Drake is the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah.
And he told us he's in his prime. Then all of this lazy sounding shit,
too friendly.
his tonality I have an issue with. It's not jab time. It's not be humble time. I told this nigga, all that friendly shit, keep that shit in Charlotte, nigga. It ain't time for, oh, this my man, but if I gotta show him, I'm a humble.
No more threats.
Nigga, you have to show him.
No.
What's gonna happen going forward? Are we gonna get a Drake reply? Are we gonna get a Drake and Jcole reply? Because Drake removed a feature from BFP the Pac-Man's recent album. I forgot what it was called, but I could pull that up. He was supposed to have a Drake feature on the song called Olympic Shit Talking, and that got removed because of this. Even BFP and Pac-Man like tweeted about it and like kind of confirmed it. The Drake tour is now over, so Drake isn't on tour anymore. So there's no excuse. He has no excuses anymore why he's not able to. One thing I suppose I just want to add, I won't call it gut feeling, but I have this feeling that this could definitely be all for marketing. I got a feeling that they set this up behind the scenes somewhere at some sort of business meeting with some, or like the labels might have done it for them or something and introduced the idea to them or something like that, because we got to remember these guys are of that level where they think of creative shit like this. Like their music moves large populations of people, and when you combine 3-5 people that are that smart and of that level, they know that this is how it's gonna go, and it's gonna go that way because that's the way that like their fan base moves. They've studied it for so long, they know their fan base, and like these guys sit on music for years.
I've been drinking coffee instead of rocking it. I can feel this money power, got these niggas so upset.
These guys keep songs. These guys make music so fast. So these guys are cranking out songs and they sit on songs for years. They could have very well been planning this for a while too. If you're still watching this video right now, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, man. We are now on the road to 4,000. We just hit 3,000. Greatly appreciate it. And I'm out.